So welcome back to what will be the last list review of the current edition with Wikis and Mirkwood. I'm here with the event runner Paddy, say hello Paddy,
Hello, everyone.
and the channel regular Mr. David Murphy. How are you, sir?
What be the crack?
Good to hear, right? We're going to go through here at the end of all things, a very fitting name for the league final. Few different things this one. There's added in,
Paddy chose the name before there was even announcement of a new edition. So
well,
it's
just
fitting.
I,
works out.
I think I actually made this event basically in January of this year.
Aye.
I asked Murphy, can I host the final? And he says, grand. And I says, oh, I'll just call it here at the end of all things, just like the movie. And then it just happened to be that the
So,
rules were changing the
so
weekend of my tournament.
it's basically your fault then. That's
Yeah,
it.
well,
Well,
well, change is good. So
yeah.
you
Jay
can all.
Clare, Jay Clare looked at the IHL and said, "Oh Jesus, someone's calling their event today. I think
There's
better
been a
get a new
leak.
edition out."
There was definitely a fucking leak. I know that much. But yeah, should be good. 23 players, is it now?
Yes, I just had to update Peter there. He
Oh,
jumped on the other night, so he was always a maybe and submit a list on the deadline, but just wanted to make sure with work and stuff, so he jumped on. So unfortunately, I have to play
I
this
was about to
weekend,
say,
but I get to use a list that I basically started with the
You know
game
what?
system with.
You know what, Paddy? You can blame Alex.
I do blame Alex. We all should blame Alex.
he's always an easy person to blame. Like he's done something. Like you know that, So, I want to go down and have a wee look at these the prizes because they're quite nice. We
Yeah,
have
so I got the swords. Well, as I like to call them, nice shiny daggers.
yeah.
Uh, the Arcus is is probably like 1/6, 1/7 of the scale, so it's quite small. But the Argon's dagger is quite nice, and obviously stings to size there, so it's a
Yeah.
nice blade.
It
Cool.
makes a nice sound when you unsheath it and resheath it.
I always remember when we got one for one of the it was like the Lord of the Rings weird event thing that we did last year, and it was too sharp. It was like sharpened like a machete, so they dull it
Hmm.
down before they give it to anybody.
Yeah,
Um,
I think you had did you not have a sword for one of your tournaments in the
yeah,
old exploding dice as well?
yeah, the broken one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always worried that someone from like across the water will win it, and that's just going to be a nightmare to get them to like be able to bring it through at Belfast Airport. Like it's just not, you know.
Oh, it's like
Like,
me in Scarring that I won the biggest possible uh, raffle prize of the Balrog lamp,
yeah.
and it's just like it's literally twice the size of my bag.
So would you just post it home or what?
No, just luckily that Gary was driving up from with his missus back, and he was going back down to England. He says, "Sure, I'll take it, and then I can fit it in my suitcase, and then I'll bring it to your tournament." So I get to have my lamp this weekend.
Cool, works out. Yeah, but that's always it. I always just think about the travel, like the getting it there. Like if you're lucky and you've got that, like someone traveling or something, then brilliant. But
I,
otherwise, it's like you have to post it or
I, I had the same problem with it at Sterling a couple of years ago. I won three massive like histories of Middle Earth books. I was like, "Yeah, Chris, post them to me, will you?"
Yeah.
yeah,
It took him ages because he had to find a box big enough to put them in.
yeah. As long as you eventually get it, I guess. And it doesn't get stopped if it's like a sword. But
Yeah.
yeah, good prizes. And yeah, good crowd. I'm sure you have plenty of time to look at them there. So we'll jump into a little bit of the events pack. Paddy, you make the cleanest event packs I have ever seen. Like this is a work of art.
It's just
Um,
a copy and paste job basically from over the years. So once you get it right, it's just easy.
Every event pack is a copy and paste job once you build your first one.
I know
Yeah.
it's so clean. So yeah, it's very typical. Exploding dice. Everyone knows where it is by now. It's 700 points. It's got a little bit of an interesting twist though in the secret objectives. If you want to give us a wee bit about that, Patty, before we go into the list.
Yeah, so basically I wanted to make a rules pack. I've been known to run escalation and I like low points because it means players are kind of trying to think of trips to bring, so they're not bringing all the trips, if you know what I mean. So
Mm.
I try to keep my tournaments quite low. One of my first tournaments I went to probably. disregarding the first IHL tournament I went to, was Articon. So there was secret objectives there, and I like the schematic of the potential of getting extra points for doing secret objectives, especially when you've seen in recent tournaments that how close people have finished in the IHL. Each of the secret objectives awards an additional 3 tournament points. So it's potential of scoring 18 tournament points extra. So that could fire you up from mid-table up into the top 5, possibly top 3, and it could swing whoever finishes in the top 3 around as well. I know at Gaelcon there was only like 5 or 6 points between the top 3. So
So
Yeah, it could be a
could be
difference maker.
yeah,
maybe
it's gonna be a it's
it was
gonna be a
three tournament
difference maker.
points in difference.
It's fun
Oh,
as
was
well,
it?
though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just fun though, like getting dueled to the death and being like, "Fuck yeah!"
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
I can quickly go through them. So I just want to cover them here in case
yeah,
most of the guys who are coming to the tournament kind of understand what needs to happen in order to score it. So I've actually made out 6 individual cards that I will give a deck of cards to the players as they sign in. They will just sign their name on them. Whenever I call the scenario and your table, you'll have a couple of minutes to decide what you want. Then I'll go around to all the tables, pick up the cards with your name on it, and I'll know what secret objectives you have to score. Just so you make a mental note as to what you're going to achieve as well. It just stops of anyone getting confused, and they're going for the objective they've chosen. And if you achieve it, it's going to be an extra 3 tournament points at the end of the tournament. So there's 6 of them, duel to the death. Have your leader kill the enemy leader. Your leader must obviously inflict the final wound in order to score that secret objective. It's kind of a bit like Contest of Champions. You get more points for your leader actually killing, putting the final wound in.
love
So could be a nice one to actually coincide with Contest of Champions if
it. Yeah,
you have a big hero. I know there's a lot of big heroes coming along. Minimize casualties is going to be one of the hardest ones because you have at least 75% of your starting number. Uh, there's a lot of high 30s. There's a few 40 number armies here. So basically, when you say, right, you need 30 of your models to be alive at the end of the game, it's going to be quite difficult. Obviously, there's going to be a few boys there with 5 or 6 models, so they're looking to not only lose one model the whole game, like so it's going to be difficult. Master of Cities, again, another difficult one. It's going to be 4 models touching 2 different pieces of terrain. So those who have 40 models probably find it easier than those who have probably in the teens and the 20s. Worthy leader, have your leader survive the entire game without suffering any wounds or spending fate. So the heroes that are in the back line or the kind of tanky heroes, you kind of want to be picking this one up, trying to score this one. Unsung hero, your cheapest hero uh, has to be alive at the end of the game. So basically, if they have a wound remaining, and if you have multiple heroes, or they come as a pair, you have to keep them all alive in order to score this one. Same with the sending a message, kill the most expensive hero in your opponent's force. If they have 2 or more heroes that are the same points cost, then you have to kill all the heroes in order to get that one. There is a couple of people we can kind of go through on the list here who will affect these here. One of them has actually joined us tonight. He has all his heroes costing the same amount of points.
yeah, fair. Um, I like it. Like they're hard enough that they're like it's not just an easy 3 points.
Yeah,
Like fair
it's
enough, like duel to the death and contest could go quite well, but like you say, casualty is going to be a hard one.
yeah,
Master City is going to be hard. You have to like dedicate like what 8 models, pretty much
yeah.
just to
So
hold 2 bits of terrain. Like
The
yeah,
Artic the Articon ones were harder.
yeah. The Artagon ones were very hard. So
yeah,
I kind of used the ones that were at the back of the book in the match play book and kind of toned down the ones that we have had in Articon over the years as well. So um, I'd be surprised if anyone gets 6 out of 6 here.
yeah, yeah. It'll
Yeah.
be interesting to see.
Like, getting even three of them is would be good going. Like
Yeah. I
Absolutely,
think I
hundred to
think the
one.
average is going to be about 2 or 3, to be
Yeah,
honest.
if someone gets four of them, they've probably won it. Like
Yeah, aye,
Yeah,
exactly.
like Jill to the Death and Unsung Hero, people will probably, or sorry, Jill to the Death and Worthy Leader, I think will be ones that people will be able to get potentially.
Yes,
And then
exactly. Yeah,
the others are kind of all a bit of a swing up. So like yeah, I like it. It's cool. Like you say, we'll see as we go through the list, I suppose, who's gonna benefit from it the most and suffer the most.
yeah.
So we can jump into the first one. I imagine this will be Mr. Murphy here right at the beginning, with your lovely Iron Hills. So Dean Ironfoot, Moorband 1, use your leader. 11 Iron Hills dwarves with shields and spears, 1 with a banner and shield, 4 with crossbows and spears, and 2 goat riders. Moorband 2 is Murren and Drawer, 6 Iron Hills dwarves with shields and spears, 1 with a banner and shield, and 4 with crossbows and spears. 32 models, 15 to break, 8 at 25%, and 9 bow shots. Of your
No.
doors, Dave.
Yeah, so this is like the third time that I've run this list. I ran it way back before COVID at the GT. There's my good list, and then I used it again this year. I had been planning to use like Helm's Guard for this event because it was going to coincide with the film. But then it's like, oh, new edition. It's like, I'll finish with my dwarves.
Yeah.
Uh, 700 points is just a sweet spot for Dane, Myrn, and Draar because I mean, you're at a point a level where you take it like you'd be taking a captain and Dane, and then you've got points for another hero but no troops, so may as well take two named heroes. They've got 3 might each. Dane gets Master of Battle. Murren has Strike. They're both fearless. Also, Bunting made me conversions of them that match the Iron Hills aesthetic, so they
Cool.
look really cool. They're also going to Legacy, so let's get some use out of them.
Yeah, get some use out of them.
Don't know what's
Like,
going to happen to them.
had
Do you know
I,
how to have the models, Murph? No.
Oh, I do have the correct models, but
Oh,
I'm using the conversions that Bunting done for me
okay.
because they look much better.
it's one of the reasons I like the 40 model limit is it makes like armies like this a lot more viable as well. You know, you can bring the big elite
Yeah,
guys because they're not going to get outnumbered too much, and you're
it's,
benefiting
it's
obviously from
obviously
the most expensive hero thing
it's
because you're gonna have to kill all your guys to get that one.
Yes, so Murphy's if someone's sending a message against Murphy, you have to kill all three of his heroes.
Yeah,
Well,
send
I
me a
have to keep all of
message.
my. You said I have to keep all of my heroes alive if I do the unsung hero.
And yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah,
So basically, you have to pick when you think you'll not have any of your heroes
yeah,
die in the game.
it's very mafia, isn't it? Send them a message like I like that.
Yeah,
Um, Ollie Gunson, Easterlings and Canned, Warband 1, Ratavi, General of the Dragon Legion, 3 Rhenish War Drakes, nice. 11 Easterling Warriors with axes and shields, Warband 2, Candish King and Candish Chariot, 3 Candish Charioteers, and same thing, Warband 3. This class, 23 models, 11 to break, 5 25%, and 2 bows. Um, that's class.
aye,
Yeah, it says I think Ollie's run that a couple of times now.
Yeah,
Um,
aye.
the chariots are going to be very nasty if they char or they're getting their impact hits, especially against armies that are 40 models maximum. So
hmm
if they all run through at least two potentially each, there's 8 chariots. There's basically 15, 16 dead models
hmm
in a charge. It's like, oh
Time.
great, there goes basically nearly half my army.
Yeah, good to get a bit of use out of them as well.
And any list that's like D6 or lower at 2 strength 4, it's just fairly
Oh,
likely going to get two, like get a kill or two.
yeah,
Yeah, get a kill or two, yeah.
And the 40
just go
model,
models. It'll be a
40
fun
model
one.
then means every kill is big, not
Yeah,
just a goblin that's getting run over.
Yeah.
exactly.
It'll be a fun display against it. It
Ollie's
might
also
struggle on the secret objectives, but
Ollie's
Hmm.
also sticking us to legacies and saying, fuck yous, I'm taking chariots
well, just
and
fucking wait.
drakes.
Um, Next is Robert. Look, what's happened to his reasonably nice lists. Mordor and Serpent Horde. So we've got the Big Witch King, the Crown of Morgul, Horse, 3 Might, 13 Will, 2 Fate, 6 Black Numenorians, 6 Merman Orcs with Shield and Spear, and 3 Orc Trackers. Warband 2 is the Mouth of Sauron, 1 Armored Horse, 4 Black Numenorians, 4 Mermanons with Shield and Spear, and 2 Trackers. Warband 3 is Gorbag with a Shield, 3 Black Nuns, 3 Mermanons with Shield and Spear, 2 Trackers. Warband 4 is Soledad and Armored Horse with 2 Serpent Riders. 39 models, 19 break it, 9 to 25%, and 7 bows. It's a nasty list.
It's a GBHL list.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's very popular over in England now.
Yeah,
Um,
they
and
are.
Robert is definitely becoming a very good player now, and he does have the tools to make this work.
Yep.
And 40 models nearly basically at the maximum there. It's definitely going to be up there. It's one of
Is
my dark horses, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah,
definitely.
it's
He is
not
getting good.
the solid Black Numenorian Morannon line, two casters, one of them's a Witch King who's great, two Reich Strikers, Soldan's Banner for
He has to be
yeah.
in line for best newcomer, right?
He's current as long so he has one best newcomer unless Ollie comes fourth this weekend.
And Robert doesn't come higher.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, yeah, well
So,
deserved
you
if
know,
that's the case.
no pressure, Ollie.
No pressure on either. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's been
Yeah,
a popular.
Rob's currently sitting on I think 11th place and Ollie's 16th.
Yeah, it's been a popular list for a while, that one. So I'm kind of happy to see it go come the new edition. Um, so from the future potential best newcomer to the last potential best newcomer, Mr. Shea, right? So the reclamation of Osgiliath,
Yeah, so
Minister Earth. Yeah, go
oh,
ahead,
sorry, go
sir.
ahead. No, I was going to say he actually named this one before the leaked list came out. I was like, it's literally what it's
I
called.
was gonna say, like, what? Yeah,
But I think it was based on the old books, was it, Murphy?
yeah, makes
Oh,
sense.
well, yeah, well, it has to be like
It's pretty cool, like as far as Gondor
the
goes.
points cost haven't the points cost
Yeah.
hasn't adjusted for the Warriors and Knights of Minas Tirith being 5-4 now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's
And you're not able to take Fountain Court guards in that new reclamation of Osgiliath list.
yeah. Do you want to run through it there, Connor? Sure.
yeah, yeah, no, all good. So yeah, he's got big balls on horse with a shield and the banner of Minas Tirith, six guards of the Fountain Court with shield, five warriors of Minas Tirith with shield, and a knight of Minas Tirith with shield. Warband 2 is Faramir on horse with heavy armor, lance, and shield, six warriors with shield, and six rangers with spear. Then he's got Madril with six warriors with shield and another six rangers with spear. So 39 models, 19 to break, 9 to quarter, 13 moves. Yeah, another strong list.
Yeah,
Guards of the Fountain
no,
Court probably going to disappear a lot, I would imagine, come the new edition. Kind of lost all their love with Minas Tirith now.
they'll only be in Gondor only lists,
Yeah,
and they don't have a shield anymore. So
exactly. Yeah,
But also they're only in a Gondor list, the one that's called Minas
I
Tirith. But yeah.
yeah, just and I think only Thingy can take it as well.
mm,
Dinosaur in it.
Boromir and Denethor can take them.
Yeah,
I mean, I think you'll still see them. You're not gonna see them like forming the back lines of
yeah.
your list very often. Very
yeah,
often.
There'll definitely not be as many. But yeah, I mean, he knows how to run this list.
Yeah.
Knows it well.
It's Jay's go-to. He loves big balls
Yeah,
around his big flag.
yeah. And he could very well podium, to be honest.
Oh
Like
yeah.
he's
Yeah,
oh
definitely
yeah,
he's podiumed twice this year,
yeah.
so he's definitely in contention, although
Especially
it'll be a tough event.
well, he's taking no risks this time anyway. You can see that. So
Fuck Gandalf.
Um,
hmm
so Joseph Hill and King, Corsairs of Umbar and Serpent Horde, respect. Warband 1, Dalamir, Fleetmaster of Umbar, 6 Corsair Arblasters. Warband 2, Dalgamar, Gatemaster of Umbar, 8 Corsairs of Umbar with Shield. Warband 3, Knight of Umbar and Fell Beast, nice, 6 Black Numenorians with him. And then Suladan's Warband 4 with 6 Rajam Warriors with Poison Bows and 6 Rajam Warriors with Spear. He's got 36 models, 17 to break, 9 to quarter, and 12 bows. I like that list. I like he's just fucked in and out of Umbar as well. It's good to see him.
yeah. It's an interesting list. Basically, is anything alive left in that list? Just Haradrim Warriors, isn't it? No,
I
Just
mean,
fucking
that whole
it.
that
I
whole list is
mean,
all gone.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it's quite close to what I've been playing. Just I don't take Black Numenorians or the Nightwing Bar, but yeah,
I,
like Nightwing Bar is interesting to see. Maybe he'll be all right in this event because there's more big heroes to use his ability on. But even then, I've never rated him.
he's never worth it. That's why I love seeing him. But I'm
He's bottom of the list of the named ring rates.
I just
Yeah,
think I was expecting quite a few people to potentially bring things that we are going to lose just as like a last
Yeah.
hurrah.
I
yeah. I think it's you'll see that in the rest of the list. There is like obviously Nicky pays homage to it
Mhm.
by bringing stuff,
Big
but
time.
I think there is a few boys there kind of just bringing stuff
Yeah.
because it's
Like
disappearing.
are definitely RIP Renee Bar. But
Yeah.
a bunch of stuff in there still has to come in Armies of Middle-earth, but you don't know what shape it's gonna take just yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My poor Corsairs were gutted.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens. There's bound to be more happening there, but hopefully we'll touch on that in a bit. Ben, good lad himself, pets a dog all there.
King of
Uh,
Carlo.
he loves this one less than like I have to
King
say.
of Carlo.
King of Cardiff. Warband one. So Azog and White Warg, seven Hunter Orcs, two with two on the pick, another two with Orc Bows, six Gundabad Orc Warriors with Shield Spear, and one with Shield Spear and a pattern. Warband 2 is a Hunter Orc Captain with five Hunter Orcs, another two Hunter Orcs with Bow and Warhorn, and five Gundabad Orc Warriors with Shield and Spear. Warband 3 is another Hunter Orc Captain but on a Fell Ward. Two Hunter Orcs with Orc Bows on Fell Wards, and another two Fell Wards. Then three in the Broken and Warband 4. I love that it always brings three in the Broken. 38 models, 18 to break, 9 to quarter, 6 bows. Speaks for itself, that list, to be honest.
Yeah, and it's obviously in the new book as well, and it's only this you see the White Worgen as well.
Hmm.
But
Another
it's
one in two lists.
oh, is it? Oh, it's in the
Azog's Hunters list as well.
Azog's Hunter. Yeah, the s- I think this can do well as well.
Right.
Like,
Azog, like every time he charges in heroic combats and like kills two troops and goes out kills
Hmm.
one troop, it's painful.
Hunter Orcs
yeah,
can be lethal as well. Like,
Aye.
so
You don't have fight value, but you've got three attacks per fight usually.
yeah, it's
Seven
yeah,
disgusting.
rules. So if
Yeah.
you're like, defense six and you lose the fight, you just die to these hunter ops.
I always
yeah.
play against Ben, and he always like it's always his Hunter Orcs that do the damage to me. He always rolls really well. And then yeah, it's always funny as fuck. But tis the way. Yeah,
Skill
good
issue,
job.
Connor.
That's it, mate. Just can't roll enough dice. Um,
You're
maybe a
right.
bit,
Can't just roll more sixes.
maybe a bit too gun ho on my tactics.
Yeah.
Luke O'Reilly, good man himself. So Minas Tirith again. Warband one is Big Azza, King Elisar, one armored horse, nine guards of the Fountain Court with shields, five rangers of Gondor with spear, one warrior of Minas Tirith with a banner and spear, and a knight of Minas Tirith with a shield. Warband two is Huron the Tall on horse, eight guard of the Fountain Court with shields, and another four rangers of Gondor with spear. Warband three Madril, 31 models, 15 to break, seven to quarter, 10 bows. Big Az's point sink like any.
Yeah.
But he is anything he kills, he's like
He's a beast, no doubt about it.
yeah, like as long as he doesn't face magic, like he's having a great time.
Yeah. Again, it's good.
Yeah.
It's a good time to do it when there's 40 model
This,
limit.
this is Luke just being like me. I'll finish the edition with my
Yeah.
favorite me,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'll not be able to do Fountain Court guard spam in the new edition. So
Well, that's it. Like it's defensive and it can punch you in the face. So it looks good, lad, as well. Be a fun game. So yeah, I think he'll be all right. He's got the capability certainly to kill other people's leaders. Well, I don't think he'll be sitting back, but yeah,
No, it's a good list.
yeah, like it.
things are going very badly if King Osar is sitting back.
Yeah, some people just have it's like Christo, like his Aragorn just
Yeah.
doesn't roll well. That's like me and
If,
Thranduil.
if anyone hides back, it'd be like Hurin. It's like, oh, Aragorn's dead.
I'm telling you,
What's going
man.
on?
Some people's heroes just don't do the work. Tim Spears, Kingdom of Khazad-dûm. I love his dwarves list. So he's got Durin with six Hearthguard, two Dwarf Rangers with a Dwarf Longbow and Throwing Axes, four Dwarf Warriors with Shield. Warband 2, a King's Champion, four Dwarf Warriors with Shield, four Iron Guard, two Dwarf Rangers with Longbow and Throwing Axes. And then Warband 3, Dwarf King with Throwing Axes, four Iron Guard, one Dwarf Ranger with Longbow and Throwing Axes. 32 models, 15 to break, 8 to quarter, 5 post. Yeah.
Yeah, just straightforward dwarf lists again.
Mhm.
Um, I think the elite armies like dwarves and elves benefit this rules pack
They
very
do.
much so. You basically get a lot there for the max or the
Limit.
model uh restriction you have. The
Yeah.
amount like 32 dwarves is pretty good.
Hmm.
against most things, you know.
Yeah,
Likewise,
You're not facing a horde that can like surround you and
exactly.
yeah,
overwhelm you. No,
And
it's like it's
it's
equally one to one.
it's 1-to-1 or
yeah, and you tend to be able to bring like all your best toys as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
yeah.
Not the strongest of dwarf lists, obviously. I'm still favour of the Hobbit army as well, but like Durin's a
But
tank,
what
King's Champions
Yeah.
class.
what dwarf lists are always held back by like big slower.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it just depends on basically what I roll for scenarios, but
Hmm.
it's
Yeah.
the six pulls are there, so
Everybody loves them.
there is the killing pulls and the maneuvering pulls will obviously hamper this a bit. So,
Mm.
but
Okay.
no, nice to see. There's actually three Jurans folk, two of
Mhm.
which are Juran led, and one is Balin led. So
Nice.
nice. There's quite a lot of dwarves at this tournament, which is good to hear from me and Dave.
I
Hmm.
don't want to face any of them because I'm having to spill dwarven blood makes me sick.
Yeah, it's always a long game as well. They're never
We're
unpopular.
on to a cracker here.
Yeah, so I had a feeling this was happening. Gareth Mansfield, the Black Riders, Witch King of Angmar, Horse, Morgul Blade, 3, 10, 3 for his Might Will Fate. Then Warband 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 are all ring race on horse. 9 models, 4 to break to the quarter. Gotta love it.
Just it's worth noting that the first four ring rights have two phase and the next four have
It
one phase.
is, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That is worth noting.
No, Witch
Um,
King's the only one that has might.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um,
Gareth just being a mad lad.
I think we discussed this the last time we were in the car driving home. He was asking me, "What points is your or your tournament?" I says, "Oh, 700." And he's like, "Oh, I think I could bring the Black Riders." And then we kind of done some maths. He's like, "Well, I could bring all nine and just give a wee bit of to each one of them, you know." I was like, "Gareth, you're basically bringing all nine, and you're not having much on all of them."
brilliant.
Like the Witch
Well,
King's got 6 extra points, and 4 of them have 2 fate, and 4 of them have 1 fate, and that's it. But
uh,
he gets to bring all nine. He gets -3 courage. He gets to F up a few people.
yeah,
It's the sort of list that people normally would hate to see because like it's a pain in the arse to play, but Gareth is a lovely fella, so it'll be
it'll
a crack.
just pure banter. Yeah.
Yeah,
The funny thing is, the first time someone brought Black Riders like to an event in the IHL, they won the favourite opponent with us, Billy O'Leary in at Warcon.
It happens, mate. Yeah,
So I could absolutely believe that Gareth could win favourite opponent.
100%. I would say it's a high likelihood. But then
He's your competition this weekend, Connor.
there's 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 also when it comes to favorite opponent, the next person on the list is always up there as well. Stevie McChrystal with his Stevie
oh
soup
yes,
is attending. He's
Stevie
got
Soup.
Stevie soup. The Witch King of Angmar, Unarmored Felbeast with Carly Morgul, Barrow White, the Balrog, two bat swarms. Stevie soup. Um, Stevie's fucking great. He's top
Oh,
notch. Like,
I just play Stevie in the first game of 2 tournaments we've been to, and
yeah,
just like crack is good,
the most
basically
refreshing thing ever, like, isn't
from minute
it?
one.
Like,
Like,
yeah.
and like he brought the first time I played him, it was his the Dead of Dumharrow and the Return of the King, and then the last time we played, it's Soup, and it was just good crack. Like the scenario was against him, he was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna just keep running forward as best I can. I obviously trying to slow down the Balrog, slow down the Witch King as best as I could, but we had great crack. Was and always will be tremendous games with Stevie. Like,
Yeah,
He is a good lad. Like
top crack.
good lad.
Really
He's
is.
gonna have a hard time with with these secret objectives, but he didn't give a fuck.
I won't give a shit.
nah,
Not at all.
no.
Not at all. He'll be finished his games in half an hour. Just going having some crack.
Yep,
Uh,
that's all about.
next up is Mr. Ivan Shea in Thranduil's Halls and Survivors Lake Town. Love it. I nearly brought something quite similar to this. I'm nearly 3 in a week at Town Captain. He's got Thranduil with the sword and armor, 1 Mirkwood Cav with shield, 7 Mirkwood Elves with shield, 1 Mirkwood Elf with banner, elf bow and glaive, 1 Mirkwood Elf with an elf bow and glaive, 6 Palace Guards with shield and spear, and 2 Sentinels. Then he's got Leggy on horse, 6 Elves with shield, 6 with bow and glaive. Then the Lake Town Captain with shield, 33 models, 16 to break, 8 to quarter, and 11 bows. It's a good list.
It's a great list, and obviously I haven't played it very well,
You all did. Yeah.
and will get far better in the next
Uh-huh.
session.
Yeah, yeah. That's fucking strength thing has to be a typo there.
He doesn't get the cheap two mate for the late time captain, but
Yeah, it's the
there's
late.
so many nice rules for the
Yeah,
I think you can still get the captain.
cap.
you
Oh
can.
In Battle Five Armies list.
yeah, but
Mm,
like, are you not just going to bring the Thranduil's list? No, has he
So
got a Legion? No.
I don't know, probably.
I'm not sure. But sure, so I've got mine ordered on their way. But yeah, you just get that extra mic. I sacrificed the mic just for the crack.
Suppose you maybe there is, but you don't get palace guards in the Five Armies list because you technically don't see
Probably,
them.
yeah, yeah, could be it. Could be it. Um, but yeah, it's handy list.
Yeah.
It's very similar to mine actually. Bar a few changes to Thranduil's warband at display on that one.
It's a list that's like very optimized for this kind of points level.
Yeah, I
It,
just wanted to
it's
bring the elk just for
it's got the
bant.
tool to take on like other elite armies.
Yeah, that's good though.
Yeah,
The only thing is, like, I love playing Ivan, but I hope I don't play him because it won't be the most exciting game in the world. So,
elves
but
be
we'll see.
elves.
Yeah, it's just, and the fact it's Halls v Halls as well. Like,
Mirror matches just mirror
yeah,
matches are never very interesting.
you know. Bunting, Sultan Lothlorien. Good to see him breaking something different. No Wings of Shadow. Musgar with 9 orcs, spear, 1 banner, 6 ward riders, shield, and throwing spears. Warband 2 is an orc captain with 6 ward riders with shield and throwing spears. Warband 3, Druzag, 3 ward marauders, 6 Moria goblins with bow, and 3 Moria goblins with shield. Warband 4, a Moria goblin captain with bow, and 3 ward marauders. 40 models on the button, 19 to break, 10 to quarter, 13 bows. Um, First Assault and Lothlorien we've seen, right?
First of two.
First of two. Not too bad.
Um,
They don't have the stupid numbers that they normally would.
No.
Still solid.
yeah, he's brought a lot of Warg Riders, so they obviously don't get the covered darkness rule, but it's like, what was it, 10, no, 12 throwing spears
Yeah.
in the face,
Okay.
plus one the wound.
Yeah,
And still has like 18, is that 18 goblin bow shots, I think?
yeah,
How many from each Marauder? Three?
2 shots from each
Two?
marauder, plus there's 6 goblins with bows there on foot.
goes off. It's pretty
Yes.
horrible, actually. Yeah,
Yeah, 18 goblins, yeah.
yeah,
It's it's going to be a tough one. So it's obviously different to the one we're going to see here in
Yeah,
very soon, but
it's a janky AOL build.
I think mm,
Obviously,
just to
in a
know
very,
how it'll go, it's obviously got the
obviously in a
potential.
very, it's obviously in a very skilled player's hands, but yeah, you don't know what way it's going to go because it's just very unconventional.
yeah. They often can do well. The random unconventional, especially with all the throwing spears in your face. Like,
Yeah,
if it pops off, it just needs to pop off. It's kind of it.
and you
Uh,
think about how many Warg Riders are there
yeah,
in number scenarios. It's just
yeah,
like, yeah, I'll just dismount, pass my
mhm,
I
courage test, more models.
yeah,
dismount a Warg Marauder, right? That's 4 models on this objective.
yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely could be a contender. Next is Gary. I haven't seen Gary in a while. Rangers of Ithilien, Warband 1, Faramir, Warrior of Minas Tirith with Shield, Spear and Banner, 2 Rangers of Gondor, and 11 Rangers of Gondor. What's the difference in the
Uh,
Rangers?
oh, maybe I just forgot to put spears on.
Well, I'm assuming some of
Yeah,
that.
because
Yeah.
Spears, I
yeah,
just forgot the
yeah,
spears on the second
yeah,
sentence.
11 ranges of 9 with the spear, so
Yeah,
11.
yeah, makes sense.
Ranges.
Yeah, when you
Yep.
look at the rest of the list, it kind of says itself. Warband 2's Madril, it's got 4 Rangers Gondor, then 8 Rangers Gondor with Spear, then Damrod with 2 Rangers Gondor, then 4 with Spear, Warband 4 is Frodo, Sam, and Smeagol, then Warband 5, and Warband 6, Mablung. 40 models on the button again, 19 break, 10 to quarter, 36 bows. Ugh.
Yeah, gonna be a tough one again,
Very
especially
good.
if you have to get
rules pack.
I,
Sorry, just thinking like numbers wise for 36 fucking shots. Like,
yeah, 36 shots. All he's fight four there as well. He's got the ring in his list.
We've got a
He's
lot of
he's
miles.
he's got a lot of might and he's got a lot of heroes there. Just like can call free, well, not free shits, but like there's a
Just
chance
cheap.
of calling heroic shits before you as well. So you can't really get in a shooting war with it.
yeah,
And even though there is a couple of AOLs there, it still could do quite
I
well.
I think this list beats AOL because it just has more shots than it.
yeah,
And
Mm.
once it gets into range and go right heroic shoot,
yeah,
get out of hits, and then just drop a load of bodies.
yeah. Fucking shotgun shell blast, like straight up. Yes.
Gary had been like, I'm gonna. I think he said he wanted to take this out like again at some point, and I was like, oh, it's I'll take it out for the last edition, and because okay, 40 mile maximum, but I would already be paying the midget tax as Donald Carroll very well put it. So I don't mind the model restrictions so much because everyone else is abiding by it. So every
Yeah,
kid of your bows is much more valuable.
yeah. It's just gonna be like a civil war where they just line up and shoot each other.
It's like when Paddy done it last year at 600 points. It's like two people turn up with Mirkwood Ranger Legions.
I was expecting Mirkwood Ranger Legions to be honest, but Rangers of the Athelians, not much of a difference really.
No,
So yeah, nasty. So yeah, we're
it's another contender, I would
definitely
say.
looking at someone. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely another contender. So on to the legend, the scholar Calvin Phillips, the fellowship, fucking lad.
I love this list. I did consider changing to this list.
It's great, just all on horse. Gandalf the Grey on horse, Aragorn on horse, Andrew Limbo, Legolas on horse, Boz on horse, Arwen, one possible also Belgian cloak. He's gonna struggle in the objectives, the secret objectives, but
Eh,
gonna have crack. Well, not all of
Um,
them, but yeah,
I mean, it's like it because I played the all mounted fellowship at Paddy's last year. Just I obviously didn't have our one, but
played
like
against you.
it's hard to take them down, like because they're very mobile and they've got a lot of might. You got Gandalf from magic for protection.
Yeah,
You hit like a train when you charge in.
mhm.
Like when they drop, they kind of when they drop, like they drop and they
yeah,
start fast, like it's a domino effect very fast. But
yeah.
I don't think I really lost.
No,
Like
they're
it was
not, but they're not doing the Master of the Cities one.
uh
Gandalf could, I guess, kill their enemy leader, but it's more likely that someone like Aragorn or Boromir will do it.
yeah. A lot of
Um,
a lot of things are possible in theory, but they're
yeah,
very hard to set up.
yeah. The
Calvin just
75%.
goes, oh, this is a shit game. I'll just throw out fucking
You'll have great crack.
these ones.
Yeah, if you playing it last night, because I played against you, it looked like great crack. So I think Calvin will go in expecting like not to do amazingly with it, and will actually end up doing pretty well. Um, so we'll see. But I like it.
If he
It'll
if
be
he has a
tempting
good if he can get a good handle on like just maneuvering and mobility and when to charge in, that's the trick.
for sure. Yeah.
There's
Um,
a world of difference between having all of them, a bunch of heroes mounted versus on foot.
just call him blind and light and run the bite in it, isn't it? It's just
Free,
fucking
free hero march, 15 inches a
top
turn.
top notch. Like Legolas just pinging guns.
Aye.
So Matty Butler, Lothlorien. I don't think I've seen him play Lothlorien before. This would be good to see him with a new painted up army. So he's got Galadriel with 6 guards at the Galadriel court. Then Celeborn with heavy armor and shield and sword. 1 Galadriel warrior with banner and 4 Galadriel warriors. Then Rimmel with an elven cloak. 3 Galadriel warriors with bow and 2 Galadriel warriors. And then Orphan with 3 Galadriel warriors with elf bow and 2 Galadriel warriors. 25 models, 12 to break, 6 remaining, 6 bows. Be good to see. It's quite low in the
It's
numbers.
just yeah, it's just the base the big four Lothlorien heroes and some troops chucked in.
Two
Right.
two big ones, two small ones, and yeah,
It's the way
troops.
I wanted to run it. I just wanted to get all those guys on,
Yeah,
like just for crack.
it it'll definitely struggle for that model count. Like,
Yeah.
'cause, like I mean, Gladriel can basically shut down a big hero on the other side.
Yeah,
And Celeborn can like chip away. He's fairly good for that. But every troop you lose is going to be painful.
yeah. But
Your problem with all these kind of lists is sometimes your opponent can just like beat you by just killing your troops, and then he's like, "Oh, my
that's
heroes."
it. but you just know Butler won't be there to particularly give a shite. And it'll look,
I think this is Butler just been like, two legacy heroes.
yeah, try something else. Yeah, exactly. So we'll do another dwarf list. Marty, bring on the dwarves. Like to see it. Kingdom of Khazad-dûm. Durin again, 15 Hearthguard, one dwarf warrior with banner and shield. Warband 2, Dwarf King with thrown axes, four dwarves with shield, two longbows, dwarf rangers with longbows, and two with thrown axes. Warband 3 is Dwarf King again with thrown axes, two-handed axe, four dwarf warriors with shield, two rangers with longbow, and two with thrown axes. 35 models, 17 to break, 8 to quarter, four bows. Just more
I'm
more little short guys.
I'm already's had this list before, and it's been a while since he's used it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Again, it's nice to see more dwarves, and as we said before, it's a lot of high defense dwarves. Although they lose out on maneuverability, they are more survivable, and 35 models out of 40 is still pretty good.
Yeah.
He's traded the King's Champion for another Dwarf King, which so I'd prefer Tim Spears list because I love the King's Champion.
Love the game's
You
champion.
loved me, King's Champion.
Love me King's Champion.
I expected him to bring the Mirkwood Rangers, to be honest. Because he
Uh,
has done before these sort of ones.
yeah, because there's only been like one or two actually, two Blinding Light lists so far. I guess one as well, but yeah, if you play someone with like that has no Blinding Light with all your fucking elf bows, like
Yeah, yeah,
you're
yeah.
fucking
Mhm.
So yeah, good to see. The next AOL list by none other than Mr. Bradford himself. Be a much more classic one, I imagine. So Warband 1, Huskar, then one Orc with Banner, one Orc Rider with Thrown Spears, nine Orc Warriors with Spear and a Bat Swarm. Warband 2 is an Orc Shaman, a Orc Rider with Thrown Spears, and three Warriors with Spear. Warband 3 is a Goblin Captain with Bow, one Bat Swarm, and four Goblin Warriors with Bow. Warband 4, Druzhag, one Bat Swarm, three Spiders, three Marauders, three Prowlers, three Goblin Warriors with Spear and Bow, and two with Bow. 40 models on the button, 19 to break, 10 to quarter, 12 bows. Just your good old classic Bradford AOL list with three
Yeah,
spiders. Fucking hate spiders.
don't know how they'll come up in the next edition, but
yeah.
Yeah.
I think Michael was keen on using his all hero soup they first when I first came onto the scene as to pay homage to the game, but as soon as I put up the prizes for them being swords and that, he was just like, nah, fuck that, I'm bringing AOL.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. That's what the prizes do to
It's
people, man.
it's still obviously very strong. Its disadvantage is that it can't outnumber lists as much
Yeah.
as
No,
so he's had to buy like because I think he normally takes like two bats, three spiders, which he has, but now he's got three bats and three marauders, which I've never seen him take.
Mm. Yeah, he's worked away. Still to get a lot of toys in. But yeah, always thoughtful.
and obviously one of the biggest favorites this weekend as well.
Yeah, 100%. Sean Sprill, Woodland Alliance, Bjornings, Lothlorien, and the Fellowship. Knowing Sean, always doing something a bit interesting. So he's got Grimbeor with 11 Bjornings with a hand and half axe. And Haldir with Bow with Sentinel, three Wood Elf Warriors with Spear, and four Guards of the Cosmic Court. Then just Legless with Armor, 22 models, 10 to break, 5 to quarter, three bows. Three very fucking good bows, may I say. Yeah, it's a very Sean Sprill list.
An alliance
Yeah,
usually involves monsters.
He does
whenever
normally have fewer models. It says more models than I've seen him bring, and a lot of ones.
whenever I seen this list, I thought nothing really of it. But then, as I sat down, and thought, oh, it's quite good. You know, there's like there's fight five in there. There's potential for fight six. You have a big massive hero. You can when Grimbeorn gets three trips, especially 40 model armies. There's like
Mm-hmm.
there's not much stopping them. You know, there's only so much
Well,
that the magic can do.
yeah.
Legless and
Grim,
Haldir threatening all
Grim,
your horses.
Yeah,
Grimbeorn doesn't do that much because Alex took something like this down to WarpCon. Grimbeorn doesn't do much, but then Beornings, especially with like an elf spirit board, they just fucking rip through whatever they're fighting.
yeah.
Yeah,
Same with Beornings, just often the bears do fuck all. Just the Beornings just tear through whatever gets in their way.
Yeah, you always have to play them in a very specific way, these sort of lists.
It is
Um,
obviously on the smaller side of lists, but that's not the worst thing in the world.
it's got a lot of
No.
punch.
Yeah. I think it'll hate the likes of like Gary's list and the AOS because it's got no magic protection, so every kill it suffers is gonna be worse.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Bjornins are there. Yeah, like they could get shot up
Yeah,
quite bad.
and Ivan's list is obviously tougher because Ivan's got the fight six to match it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I've
So
got yeah,
yeah, I still think Sean's always one to watch, even when
Yeah. Yep. Sean's definitely a good player, and
knows what
he's
he's doing with
got
these weird lists.
a very exciting list. Look
Yeah.
forward to seeing it.
Into Nicky's journey into legends, because as you'll see, very much what Nicky's kind of based his whole list on here. Warband 1 is Campbell on Fell Beast with an Orc Warrior with a spear and a bow. Then Warband 2 is Shaggers with a shield and heavy armor. 5 Mordor Uruk-hai with shield, 1 Orc Warrior with shield, spear, and a banner, and 6 with spear and shield. Then an Orc Captain with shield, 5 Mordor Uruk-hai with shield, 7 Orc Warriors with shield and spear, and the Great Beast of Gorgoroth. 39 models, 19 to break, 9 to quarter, 10 bows. Just throwing in the Great Beast, bit of camel, bit of love for the guys going to the dark side of the cupboard. Um, yeah, that's just a
the
list for the
models whose
card.
careers are uncertain.
It's good models. Good
Yeah.
model count. What'd you say? Sorry?
The models whose careers are uncertain.
Very uncertain. Yeah, contracts have not yet been renewed. But yeah, it's a list for fun. But he's actually got good model count
It,
and big beast to deal with. Shaggers
it,
is always pretty decent. It's not.
it's
It's
pretty,
actually pretty decent.
it's a decent list.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't, I don't think it doesn't like synergize together particularly well, but
Yeah.
it's not a bad one by any means because yeah, like a great beast is can be a pain in the arse to deal with. I
Yeah.
know myself from playing bunting, and every troop just goes into and like, oh dead, oh dead, oh
Yeah.
dead. It's like fucking my army is dying.
I think he's literally like thrown in the Great Beast, then Camel, and then just figured out what else he can throw into it to make it
Yeah.
a
I am
list.
very
Yeah.
sad that Shagras is losing his shield of
Uh,
Crimson in the next
got
edition.
it. He does have some pretty cool rules still, but like, yeah, it's sad.
But in my view, they're not better than the shield
Yeah.
of Tungo. The shield of Clear
I
class.
mean, he was fucking flattening boys when he had absolutely no right to, I suppose. Um, Dave Coleman, the child himself, Mordor and Isengard, Witch King on horse with Crown of Morgul 3-14-2. 13 Black Nuns, 1 Orc Tracker, and 4 Orc Warriors with Spear. Then the Might of Sauron on Armored Horse, 1 Morgul Knight, 1 Orc Rider, and 2 Orc Trackers. Then Lurks with Shield, 8 Uruk-hai Warriors with Pike, 5 Uruk-hai Warriors with Crossbow, 1 Uruk-hai Warrior with Pike and Banner, and a Caribbean. 40 models, 19 to break, 10 to quarter, and 9 bows. Yeah, bit of crack with Lurks. Witch King, bunch of Black Nun spam.
Yeah,
Just,
it's a good child list again.
It is, yeah.
he took this one to my master's event. Yeah, it's just simple Mordor, Isengard, Yellow Alliance.
Yeah.
The good things like obviously the Witch King, Lurtz is nice cheap hero, Valor, uh, mixture of the Uruk-hai and the Black Minorians, so fight four and strength four.
He could do well with
Yeah.
secret objectives as well. He's got the numbers for like the other one.
Aye,
He's got his weakest hero is definitely one you can hold back. His
he's got
leader can
double.
kill.
Aye, yeah, perfect for
Yeah.
that. Double caster.
Yeah, he's
hmm
you could do very well on them.
Yeah, it's like a last hurrah. Like a last hurrah of a soup list.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause this this list is definitely dead next edition.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it. It's a good list. Tobias, good lad himself. He won the Rohan flag, my last one. So happy for him. Mordor and Dark Denizens. Oh, less happy for him now. Dark Denizens. Witch King on horse with Crown of Morgul, 3-14-3, 7 Mernanins with shield, 7 Mernanins with shield and spear, 1 Orc Warrior with banner and spear, and 3 Orc Trackers. Then the Shadow Lord on horse, 5 Mernanins with shield, 5 with shield and spear, 3 Orc Riders with shield and throw and spear, 2 Orc Trackers, and then the Spider Queen, 36 models, 17 to break, 9 to quarter, 5 boat. It's a good list.
Yeah, he enjoys this list.
Mm.
I obviously work with him, so we pretty much talk about SPG
Yeah.
every day. But yeah, I think he likes using this list. He likes the double caster aspect of it, and the big hit of the Spider Queen.
He's
Um,
he's learning because it's his list. The lists he's writing are improving each time I see them.
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah,
The
yeah,
one where Connor's event was, I was just kind of a mishmash of like I need to get to 1,000 points. This is what I have. And then you
yeah. I
start.
think it's basically based off what I had collected at the time, but now it's he's building up that collection now, and he's learning the game very well. So
This is another kind of meta list minus the Black Numenorians.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It's a
Double
very
Gatler, the Shadow Lord, to protect your Spider Queen. Spider Queen's a great grenade, chuck her in.
yeah, Bernardins are great trips, more riders there as well. They get you some objectives.
A few trackers to bulk out during your move.
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
mean it's a very
it's just
well put together list.
it's just missing the Black Numenorian front line.
Yeah.
That's it.
yeah.
But you know what? Good on him because fuck that Black Numenorian front line. So good on him.
Don't up saying that.
Yeah, damn straight. Next up, the Connor Faulkner. No idea who that is. Halls of Thranduil. Uh
Probably some bollocks.
I hear
absolute
he's a good
shite.
lad.
Yeah, I think absolute cunt from what I hear. Guy that you have to pay the talk to. Warband one. So Thrander, I wanted him on elk just for the crack with a heavy armor, sword, bow, and circlet. Two Mirkwood Cav on shields, five Palace Carp with spear and shield, five Mirkwood Elves with shield, two Mirkwood Elves with bow, and one Mirkwood Elf with banner and glaive, and a sentinel. Then Leggy on horse with a cloak, six Mirkwood Elves with shield, six with glaive and bow, and a sentinel. 31 models, 15 to break, seven to quarter, 12 bows. Um,
Honor can do well, you know.
I can do. I do like this list. I was considering dropping the Cav and dropping the Thran. I was going to give him the horse probably and squeeze in another guy or two, but I like it. It works well. It's just low on
Yeah,
might.
yeah, you're definitely right to take the Circus because it's the last time you can use it.
That's exactly the reason I absolutely tanked him out with everything is because it's the last time I can do it. Um,
You can't. You've no more extra swords. You've no more. Well, not the bow is not the biggest loss,
yeah,
but no extra sword and no Circus
yeah.
is obviously
I'll be
good.
getting him stuck in a lot more than what I do just for the crack as well, purely for that reason. Um, so yeah, I'm genuinely looking forward to it. Again, 31 models, 40 model limit with elite trips that have a lot of toys isn't
As you
bad.
said, you're finishing the edition as you began.
And I'm going in as I came in. Yeah, going out is the same way I
Yeah.
came in. It's
I
exactly the
like I
idea.
like when people are doing that, you know,
Yeah,
kind of using lists that they haven't brought in a while,
yeah,
or
look,
maybe lists that they have or they start out in the game with.
exactly.
I'm certainly using Airborne Reclaim, but I'm using the new version of it
Yeah,
because technically, whenever I did join the game, it was still an unexpected journey, and that's when you could literally just bring anything and mix everything.
yeah,
And
There was
but,
no army bonuses at all.
yeah, so whenever the army bonuses started coming out, my first ever list was Thorn, Nora, and Dory.
The
And
days of Fatty Bulger being
great.
dropped
Like,
into every good list because you had 5 points left over.
yeah,
brilliant, brilliant.
no,
Um,
I think you can do well there, Connor. Yeah, I'll put you into one of my dark horses this weekend.
I think
Nice to see
Discussing
you
them
up the
now.
tables.
I'd like to try and get a game against Dave. I haven't actually played him with a proper army, so we'll see how that
Yeah,
works.
and anytime brings a proper army, we never play each other.
Yeah,
Anytime he brings Ensign playing.
guaranteed I'll play Ben. I
And
won't play you.
it's always me with
Yeah,
like something where Morannons are like the
yeah,
front line of the troops and they just
absolutely.
slaughter your ends.
Yeah, just destroy them. I'm really looking forward to the next edition. They're like top crack.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Um,
I think me and Murphy were talking about this the other day
yeah, gonna
with the
be
dominance.
yeah, good fun and all the different
Tree,
types of
tree
trees.
bird, tree bird being 4 attacks and 4 wounds.
Bird seed's a bit. I'm not a big fan of bird seed, like, but yeah,
He didn't really gain much. He
no.
lost the AH move.
I have to say as well, absolutely
Beach bone was better.
I absolutely butchered sending my list to Paddy. So I'll have to come clean with that because I was blocked and then it was disgrace.
I think I got that list. Then I was like, grand. I'll check it when I'm adding it to it, and then I add it on. I was just like, I'll just run it past Tabletop Admiral. I was just like, oh, illegal. Like it's even not
Like a
even it's not
million
even
bows or
like
something.
one bow over. It was like two or three. I was like, aye, Connor, this is illegal. Grand. I just change that there, change that there. I was like, no, can you just send me a new one? Then you send
Yeah.
me a new one. I was just like, oh no, wait, that's wrong as well.
It wasn't a good experience. There as a TO, I
We
should be
got there, we
absolutely
got
killed
there.
eventually. Then Peter Fenton, the last but certainly not least, Kingdom of Moria, Peerless, Balin, King of Moria. This is the Balin one. Six dwarf warriors with dwarf bow, six dwarf warriors with shield. Warband two, big gimmers, six iron guard, and five dwarf rangers with longbows and throwing axes. Warband three, king's champion group, four times dwarf warriors with shield and six castle guard. 38 models, 18 to break, nine to quarter, 11 bows. Yeah, nice to see Balin and Durin rocking up to this event.
Yeah, basically your Swan, Balin, and Jern round,
Yep,
and
and Gimli.
the King and Gimli.
Hmm.
And because Journey's so expensive, you've basically got 50 points more to spend on more trips. So hence
Nice.
why the other two lists were low 30s, this one's high 30s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And that's basically the only difference. I think Piers obviously brought more bows than others.
11 bows is pretty high.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And it's not bad as well because it's dwarf rangers, so they're hitting on threes. Oh, sorry, that's
Hmm.
Yeah.
four, five, and dwarf.
So yeah, decent to do well.
Dwarf rangers will be loving the next edition. They get they have actual longbows.
Yeah.
Mm. And you've got doors as well, Paddy. So
Yeah,
what's the
I've
story?
actually just started collecting Journey's folk as well.
Cause
Unfortunately, no King's Champion, but
Ah, let's see.
salad,
Let's see what happens with legacies.
sad paddy noises.
salad
Aye.
Paddy noises.
Yeah, just
Um,
the Wolverine meme. Just looking at the photo and just
yeah,
That's me in bed.
100%. So that's them all. Bar yeah,
Yeah,
bar
so
this.
I've just added a wee thing here just at the end. So I'm just kind of this is why I put it in. So um for those who are going to the tournament this weekend and are watching the video, hopefully everyone's watching the video. I've put in everyone's name
watch the
with
entire video, you cunts.
yes.
Screenshot this would be very helpful to be
Or
fair.
Murphy will say I care not.
Yeah.
I will hunt you down and kill you.
Right? Jesus.
So that's
So everyone's model count is there. You can obviously see there's quite a lot of 30s, and particularly 30, I say about 31, 30, 30, 31 is going to be the average because there's a few fives and nines in there,
mhm.
and there is a couple of 40s, but I think it should be quite high enough that the average is still in the 30s.
Yeah.
I've also put in people's leaders, and obviously. Whenever you're going to be playing this game, you have the two secret objectives, and rather than trying to work out who's the cheapest and the most expensive, I've sat and worked out whose heroes are cheaper and expensive. So, as we were talking about earlier on, Dave Hatchley's has three heroes, Dane and Myrn and Drar, but Myrn and Drar comes as a pair. They cost 140. Dane costs 140 when he's not on the peg. So Murphy's most expensive and cheapest are his three heroes. There is some people there that'll obviously have multiples. So next example is Michael Button, his Orc Captain and his Goblin Captain are the same points because his Goblin Captain has a bow, his Orc
Yeah.
Captain doesn't have an upgrade.
Garrett Mann here
Um,
with his four ring rates.
yes, aye. So
Yeah.
One ring.
Ben's cheapest is his two Hunter Orc Captains. Gareth's is his four ring race that have one fate because they're all going to be the same points. Ollie's two Candish Kings is obviously going to be cheaper than Rutabe.
Captain
Um,
card like
yeah, and there's anyone else there kind of popping out with double, I think.
Just Dave. There was a Dave.
Gary has
yeah,
is most expensive,
Paddy, are Candish Kings on Chariot's not more expensive than Retaliate?
it does not include their mounts as well.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Right.
yeah, I forgot to actually. I think it actually says in the card as well. It includes all upgrades except for mounts. So
Okay.
basically, I didn't want whoever had a fell beast to be their most expensive, if you know what I mean. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
because that bulks up ring rifts, it's basically an extra 50% of their points on top of them. Um, Also there, I've got Gary is Frodo and Faramir, both E5s as well, and yeah, I think that's it. Obviously, Peter's King's
Most
Champion
lists
group
for
as
most
well.
lists, yeah, for most lists it is just one hero, but yeah, there are a good couples that have to kill
There is
Yes.
multiple heroes. Or
So
there is
basically, the it's going to be hard if you pick against Murphy to kill his expensive one, because you're obviously going to have to kill three heroes. But for those who have multiples of cheapest, it's going to be harder for them to achieve them
Ah,
as well. So the likes of Ben, who has 200 orc captains, they could go down quite easily. Gareth has to keep four of
well,
his
he's
ring
technically
wraiths
next
alive
five.
with
Yeah.
one fate. Like somebody just shoots a shot, puts wind on it, feels his fate. He's not getting that one.
He plays Legolas. It's like, right,
They're all gonna die.
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It adds another fog of war sort of element to it, a bit of bluffing, a bit of tacticalness, and you know, it's
Yeah. Bit of
I kind of want
flavor.
I kind of wanted to spice it up
Yeah.
for the final. It's also nice that the
Why is
no.
someone moving 4 miles over to that direction and 4 miles that direction?
I want it. Obviously, there's Michael Bradford's obviously won the league this year as well, so it's nice to have a bit of fun. You know, it'd be kind of it'd be weird to include this here, and be quite swingy, especially if them two are still going for the league.
Yeah.
There is the potential for different podium positions between second, third, and fourth. So Ivan, Bunton, and Murphy. I don't know if Bunton and Murphy, whoever's the highest out of the two. I think if either two of them
Bunting.
come in the top two, there's chance of Ivan not even being in the top three in the IHL this year.
Mad.
Just and that's purely because Ivan has only been to a few tournaments as well. But I think basically the rest of the IHL or table has been solidified this year for positions. There is going to be just a few small changes, but it's nice to see off the
It
current
is.
edition and style, and we all look forward to the next edition. I'm certainly looking forward to
I'm
get my
massively.
box this weekend, but
Getting the
unfortunately, I'll
big
not
box, are
probably.
you?
Yes, yeah,
I was
I'll
so
probably not
tempted.
look at it until I'm off for Christmas.
I just got the books. I was very tempted to get the box. I was like, I'll just get the books for now. I'll wait and see. And now I think I'm going to go with. I've got everything that he Lurcher Scouts already, and I'm going to jump
Yeah,
into like proper Isengard, and then obviously the Ensign Halls.
I
Um,
I just thought. I like getting Rohan stuff as well, and
so it's nice.
it's too like the wild men look really good, and
Yeah, it
it'd be
looks
nice to
nice.
go and watch the movie. And like I obviously put a lot of effort into painting models,
Yeah,
and I don't actually have much in the pipeline in terms of projects, especially within the first. I kind of like picking projects to do me over the year, but if I have a couple of army lists in the first 3, 4 months next year,
yeah.
I kind of want to run dwarves, but I'll probably be army of Thor. I've actually collected both army of Thor and Journey's Folk as well, so they're just sitting
Um,
upstairs ready to go.
Army Floor, can like its rules. So it has an army list that's like basically unchanged, so you
Yeah,
can just go with that.
yeah.
Yeah, so I basically have everything for it. So um,
The new model's
yeah,
really nice.
yeah, and like their army, their Legion sheet based on the leaks as well looks pretty good as well.
Yeah, it does.
And hopefully the Captain Murphy has 3 attacks and it's not a typo.
Um,
I'd say it's genuine because he doesn't have a shield option.
Hmm.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
cry when they
that
change them up way off.
the Iron Hills or the Airborne Captain has 3 attacks for some odd reason.
Two weapons. That's the GW logic. Two weapons in the hands, 3 attacks.
That's grand. We'll
Well,
take that.
although no 4 attacks for Trandul anymore.
No, no,
No.
just the re-rolling ones. But yeah, I have a feeling Ivan with his Thranduil list could potentially win this one. But I remember him and Bradford came up against each other with these exact two lists, so maybe not with a 40 model limit. I think Ivan might have just topped him. So I think Ivan, I picked the
Um,
win. Jay
I,
is my dark horse.
Yeah, I think between Ivan, Michael Bradford, it's going to be between them two, in my opinion.
Mhm.
And then you've got Bunton there, you've got Gary there, Child, Shay, Murphy, Sean. Yeah, there's quite a lot of guys
Yeah,
there that
it's
could
gonna be
punch
tight.
into the top five. My dark horse, well, I'm probably going to give it to Hmm. Just try and think of the list again.
Robert's
Dark
got a
horse.
nasty list.
I'm trying to remember who even said dark horse. Well, Sean's a dark horse in fact that it hasn't won any or podium any tournaments yet over here, so
Mm-hmm.
he is a very good player.
Do you not? Never actually realised that.
I don't think he's
I
podium
think
any.
I think he might have come second at Bradford's last year. Before, like that
Okay.
was before he moved over here.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I'm saying since he's moved over.
Yeah.
Not,
I,
or
I
he's not been to many since he moved over.
I think Gary's a dark horse as well.
Yeah.
Good player, been not really in the game scene much over the past couple of years, but coming back into it and has a nice list there.
Yeah, he'd all got a nice list.
I I'm gonna say Rob Devereux
Yeah,
for
he's solid.
the dark horse.
That's who I'm trying to remember
Yeah.
whose list it was.
It's the list on paper, like the list is really strong, and like he's obviously he's basically confirmed to win best newcomer. He is like quite good and he's getting better. So he
Yeah.
could surprise us. It'll be a tough event, but he could
Yeah.
surprise us.
Yeah.
But first place is definitely going to be either Ivan or Bradford because
Yeah, it
they're
is.
very strong lists that they
It'll
know how to play.
it'll come down to a couple of dice rolls probably, to be completely
It's
honest.
And it
it's
might come
who
down
it's
to a couple of secret objectives.
Yeah, it could do actually. Yeah, that's a good point.
like predicting who your top five is going to be is tough because there's a lot of like it's a kind of it's a Shark Tank really. There's a lot of
Yeah, it's a tough one. Bradford and Ivan are going to be in there. I think Shay will be in there.
the only one who's not playing this is the TO. Well, he
Hmm
is playing, but he's not competing.
I think
Yeah.
I could see the child maybe been in there.
Yeah,
Hunting's list, it's going to come down to a few different things. Otherwise, he's always going to be. But
yeah.
yeah, I think I could maybe
Gar
try and
Gar
comfortably guess four, but five
Gar
hard.
Gary is interesting as I said because his list
Gary actually. Yeah,
it beats the two AOL
yeah,
lists. So then it
yeah.
depends on how it does against the other ones.
Yeah, he could also just completely be shit. He could just miss all the shots and just get butchered.
Yeah, he could get fuck all kills.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can happen. Right.
Dice game.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it. It'll be a good
yeah.
one. So a couple of days to go. Not too early a start as well, which is always nice. And yeah, it'll be good to see everybody there. Thanks very much for joining me, lads.
Yeah. Thanks for hosting, Connor, as usual.
No
Always good
hassle.
crack.
Yeah.
Well,
Looking forward to it.
yeah, I'll see you there and good luck.
Yes.
Indeed.
Cheers.